Hello, welcome to Cheep Jokes Live. My name is Andrew. I'm the creator of Cheep Jokes. As you can see, that's me in front of the camera there. What we'll do is I'll actually show you a couple of things. This is the new Simpsons minifig collection. So let's use one of these to make the animation. Marge's head is a little bit too tall to fit in here, so that gets disconnected and popped in there. Let's use Nelson for the video. Pop his baseball bat in there. Alrighty, so we've got Nelson ready to go. And let's go into the superhero collection here. Okay, what do you reckon? Batman? And we'll use the Batman from the mid-2000s set with the lovely gold detailing on his armor there. Alrighty. So, Batman and Nelson, and we'll make him into a little bit of a comic here. So we've got to turn the show on. The Cheep Jokes Comedy Club is actually wired up. Boom, see those lights go on? So let me flip you around and show you what the back of this comedy club is. You'll see it in photos all the time. You don't really get to see much of it. So it's actually from the 75th anniversary Lego set, which I got a few years back, and I've modified it to have a bit of a sort of a theme to it. So if you've watched the Cheep Jokes episode, it used to be an old karaoke place, so we've gone with a bit of an oriental theme on it. And yeah, I got some red bricks, turned it from the light blue into the red. You can see some of the blue bricks here still floating around. Closed in the back so the light from anything behind it doesn't show through. Got the roof on it, got the wiring here for the lights. It's just a simple battery pack which I've wired in there. If you're going to try it yourself, I'd probably recommend doing a bit of research before you try it. I use these to lock down the set on the baseboard generally when I'm filming, not so much for the comics. That just locks it in place and means it doesn't move around. That's pretty much it. Nice basic little set, and it's got a bit of an iconic feel to it because I use it in everything now. Alright, so Batman and Nelson. So let's use this guy, who you might remember from the Lego movie, and we'll use his pants, or his non-pants. Let's get rid of Batman's pants here. Sorry, knock the camera. Alrighty, so we've got Batman there now without any pants on. Let's use Nelson. And Nelson's going to give him a bit of a laugh, as if you watch The Simpsons you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Now all we've got to do is line up the photo. Okay, welcome if you just joined me. It looks like my viewers are going up and down on this first live broadcast, so it's a bit interesting to see. So I just use my phone for these photos. When I'm doing an actual video I use a bit more of a fancy camera, but you know, this works for now. I put it on the square function because Instagram only does square photos, so it's the easiest way to go. There we go. So let's line this up. Now with iPhones, you just tap the screen and it focuses, gets the light right. And one photo, nice and easy. Alright. So what I'm going to do now is go into the comic application. So you see this is my little folder here full of little editing things. See this one in the middle? It's comic book, and that's where LLWorld actually taught me how to do comics. So I've got to put a lot of credit to him. If you're not following his account, I highly recommend it. So jump into the photo album. There we are. There's our photo that we just took. Ready to go. You go to the create button here, pick a little comic. Nelson. Oops. Still like this. I'm not going to try to do the Nelson sound effect for you because, let's face it, you'll just make fun of me. So we've put in his little speech bubble there with the ha-ha, and he's pointing in the photo at Batman, who doesn't have any pants on. Hilarious. Alright, that's pretty much it. you do one of these for each frame. So if you've got a 4-frame photo, use each of your 4 different photos, put a comic in for each of it, create, pop on this, save images, pops it in your photo album. Now let's jump back to the photo album, I'll show you. So there it is, there's our photo right there. Back into my editing thing, I've got this application called InstaCollage. So it might be a little bit hard to see on here, but these are all different frames you can use. It's broken up into 3, 4, depending on what you need. So here's a 4 broken up cell. So that's what I generally use. I'm not as creative as LLWorld with my comics. He's a comic master. I just do either a 1 frame or a 4 frame. I don't get very fancy. So for this particular photo, we just want a 1 frame. So we'll go back here. Let's take out this floral pattern that's around there because we don't need that. Tap on it, add our photo. There we go. Resize it, so you just simple in and out to resize it. I like to make sure I've got my website listed in there. Got to try to get some traffic through that, get some attention to myself. I also put in my YouTube address. It's good to have people stop by there and check out all the videos. So youtube.com/Lego CheepJokes. Boom. Just pop that in there. Let me pick a different font. I like to go with this one. It's nice and bold and looks good. Oops. Moving it around here. So click on that. How do we get back? Whoops. They've actually just changed the style of it recently, so I'm a bit rusty. Okay, so there we've got our website address on there. It's a little bit too big, so I'll make that smaller. And I'll pop it down at the bottom right corner there at Nelson's legs. So we've got it nice and easy like that. Back onto the photo, share. Let's go large size, save to camera roll. There it is. And then I jump into Instagram here. Just a bit of a refresh. Got a few. That's the last photo we put up, advertising this little event to test it out. We've got it's Molly Andress, so she can't find the address there. So Molly, if you do end up finding it, hopefully you do. There's the web address was actually in the comment. A bit of a manual typing situation you have to do there, but you know that's what you got to do. All right, and then we post it on Instagram. And I'm sure, as most of you find me, you know how to use Instagram. So let's say photo made live on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, return, hashtag, CheepJokes. All right. Okay, and share. That's exciting. What's that? NBA. All right, there we go. Photo uploaded to Instagram, and that completes CheepJokes' first YouTube live broadcast. Hopefully we can do a few more of these again in the future. Let me know if you've got any questions. We could incorporate it into the show, have a bit of a question and answer bit. And I actually get a lot of questions what my little studio here actually looks like. Just so you know, it's not a studio. It's a very, very small spare room in our tiny little apartment. Let me pull the camera back here and give you a bit of a look around. So this is what I'm working with. So there are my Lego cases that I keep all the minifigs in. Got a little container behind there with the spare parts in there. Can't really see it at the moment because I've got a monitor in the way just so I can see what I'm doing, but there are a bunch more cases full of minifigs, series 1 to, well, Simpsons, really. There's a few Lego things in there. If we can reach around behind the monitor here, I've got a bunch of Glad bags, freezer bags full of Lego as well. Let's pull one out here. Oh, hang on. You know what? This is pretty fun. Let me show you this. So Easter weekend, popped down and dug out some of old Lego that I used to have. And some of you might recognize these. They haven't got the right heads and helmets on, so don't complain. But really old Lego from probably 80s and 90s. Classic Lego there. What else have we got? Just some Star Wars ones. All the NBA guys. So you might remember these from, I think that was mid-2000s, wasn't it? So there we have Gary Payton right there. I'm pretty sure Ray Allen was part of it. I was looking for Ray Allen the other day and I couldn't find him. I'm not too sure if I've lost that mini figure or they never did him. I'll have to give that a bit of a Google. And if we just move up here as well, what I do have built isn't a hell of a lot, but there is sort of just a pile of where I stash them all. So that's them, and yeah, that's basically what was referred to as the studio by one of the followers I have on Instagram. Not really much of a studio, but you know, I work with what I've got. So that'll conclude it for now. Haven't got much else to say. That's the quick video. I'll do another podcast, a YouTube broadcast in the future of making an actual stop motion video. So it will go for longer, but considering we could do maybe 400 photos just for a 15-second video, it could be quite boring. But you know, if you guys want it, I'll do it for you. Just let me know. Otherwise, that's the end of the first Cheep Jokes broadcast. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.